Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing well. In today's lesson, I'll do the grade 11 mathematics examination structure. I'll show you guys all the different topics that you should expect in paper 1 and paper 2, and then I'll advise you on which topics you should start with first. So this document has the grade 10 mathematics structure as well as the grade 11 document. So if you're a grade 10 learner or grade 11 learner, you can use the exact same document. I have the grade 10 part and then the grade 11 part here in the bottom page. So let's go through the grade 11 part. We have paper 1 where we deal with algebra and financial focus. I mentioned the topics in sequence. You have the exponents and surds, surd laws, simplifying surds, exponential equations, and rational exponents. You then have equations and inequalities such as completing the square, quadratic formula, case substitution, quadratic inequalities, as well as simultaneous equations. You then have number patterns, linear patterns recap. You also have to do quadratic patterns. We also have analytical functions and graphs, where we basically have functions, parabola, hyperbola. We also have exponential graph transformations, domain, and range. Number 5, we have finance growth and decay, where we have simple or compound growth and decay, nominal or effective interest, timelines, as well as depreciation. We then have probability, where we deal with the Venn and tree diagrams, contingency tables, fundamental counting principle, as well as independent events. So I've listed the topic here as well as the approximate weighting. For exponents and surds, it could be about 15 marks, more or less. It just depends on how they set your paper. We then have equations and inequalities, which would take about 45 marks. We then have number patterns, which is 25 marks, functions and graphs, which is about 45 marks. So this is the biggest topic in paper 1. You really need to do functions and graphs. I'll make sure that the videos are available in the next few days. We then have probability, which takes about 20 marks. It could be 15, it could be 20, it could be more or less. It just depends on how they set your question paper. So when you start with paper 1, I'd recommend you start with your basics, such as your exponents. Actually, algebra. Algebra includes exponents, it includes products, it includes factorization, and it also includes algebraic fractions. So you basically have to factorize everything that's in the numerator and then factorize everything that's in the denominator, and then you just have to cancel what's in the numerator with what's in the denominator. So I'd recommend that, and then from there we'll probably do number patterns, then finance, go to functions, and lastly probability. Let's go to paper 2. This video is probably brought to you by McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and start earning points every time you order your favorite meals. The more points you collect, the closer you get to exciting rewards like free burgers, desserts, drinks, and more. Simply order through the app, collect points, and redeem them for delicious treats once you've reached the required threshold. Get the McDonald's app now for more information and start enjoying rewards with every bite. Where we deal with geometric and data focus. It's worth 150 marks as well as paper 1. The duration is also 3 hours. So here are the topics. You have to do statistics, so you have your variance, standard deviation, 5-number summary, Bosco and Whisker, histograms, ogives, as well as scatter plots. We then have analytical geometry, where you learn your basics such as the distance, gradient, midpoint, inclination of a line, parallel and perpendicular lines, as well as collinear points. With analytical, even though you're a grade 11 learner, I'd recommend you check out our grade 10 playlist as I teach you guys the basics. Then go to trigonometry. The trigonometry playlist is available. I teach you guys the basics, your identities, reduction formulae, general solutions, trig graphs, sine, cosine, area rows in 2D. These aren't available. I currently have the basics, where you do your reduction formula, cofunctions, negative angles, numerical reductions or special angles, trig identities. I break down the topic and start you guys from the basics, and then I do the exam questions. And then I have the trig equations as well as the general solution. But there were a lot of requests in terms of the sine, cosine, area rules. So I'll make sure that those are also available in the next few days. And then we have Euclidean geometry, and then we have measurements. Stats could be 20 marks, or it could be less or a bit more. I doubt it'll be more than 25 marks. We then have analytical geometry, which could be about 30 marks, less or more, probably 30. And then trigonometry is the second biggest topic, if not the biggest topic. It depends on how they set. Your huge topics in paper 2 are Euclidean geometry and measurement, as well as trigonometry. So trig is about 50 marks if you include the 2D rules, 2D and 3D trig, as well as trig functions or trig graphs. Then moving to Euclidean geometry and measurement, this could be 50 marks as well, where you do your circle geometry, and then measurement could be about maybe 12 or 15 marks. So in paper 2, I'd honestly recommend that you start with analytical geometry and then move to trigonometry and then Euclidean geometry. Analytical geometry first, then trigonometry, then Euclidean geometry, then measurements, and you could do stats as the last topic. But in general, if you do want to start now, I would say do algebra, as I've said, number patterns, functions, finance, probability, and then analytical geometry, trigonometry, Euclidean, measurement, as well as statistics. So those are the topics in grade 11 mathematics. I hope to see you guys in our algebra lessons. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you need a copy of this document, you can always text us on WhatsApp. Please like and subscribe.
We are the top learners of classes in session, and we have received 1,000 Rand cash prize for our academic journey.